Let's move on and let's talk about the stocks that are buzzing in today then. And Harsh, over to you. Titagarh Wagons, why is this one in focus?
Well, yes, so we have BNK Securities, which has initiated its coverage on Titagarh, and they've given it a target price of 404, solid upside there. And you can see the stock is buzzing in trade today as well. What BNK actually notices is that there is a strong visibility in their view with regard to the freight wagon segment. They believe that the expanding horizons that Titagarh is going through with regard to entering new markets and building new capabilities is a positive for the counter, and they are expecting sales as well as earnings to grow at a CAGR of 41 and 45% respectively over the FY22 to 25 period. So positive on Titagarh Wagons. On the back of that, stock up 3%.
Let's move on and talk about Eclerx, because this one is in focus. And why is that so? Because what we're seeing is that Eclerx has actually announced in terms of Kapil Jain, who will be being appointed as a CEO of the company, and this is going to be with effect from 1st of May 2023. In his new role for the firm, Kapil will focus on driving the growth, improving operational management and investing in the future capability development to serve the company in its key strategic initiatives as well. Now, what analysts believe that this could be considered as a very positive development in Eclerx. A new leadership indication with a strong background will definitely help the company to focus more on the growth of the company. Under the current leadership, Eclerx followed a conservative strategy towards growth with more focus on profitability, and now under the new leadership, this may change towards a more balanced approach between growth and profitability, is the word coming in from some of the analysts. As of now, the stock is trading with mild gains of 0.4%.
Alright, moving on. SCL is the stock that is in focus as per sources to ET now. It's an ET now exclusive. Let me put that caveat first. And sources have told us that the government is looking to speed up the divestment process for SCI from next month onwards. The government will also look to list the land asset company of SCI early next month. The financial bids for SCI may be invited by the end of May or in June. Remember that government is looking to offload some stake in SCI. After BEML's non-core business, DIPAM will initiate the process for listing of SCI Land Asset Company. The technical aspects are being examined before listing. Remember that the MCA, that is the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, has already approved the merger of SCI's non-core assets, and government wants to complete the SCI divestment by the end of this year. And as per this divestment, government is planning to divest its entire 63.75% stake in the company, that is SCI, and this is as per sources to ET now. The government is looking to speed up the divestment from next month onwards, and you can see the stock holding up with gains of about 4.8% as we speak.
Let's move on then and focus in on the next technical. Nirav Chadha is joining in from Nirmal Bang Securities, and Nirav, let's discuss Sun Pharma, Dr. Reddy's, pardon me. And it's been a comeback of sorts for a lot of these pharma names. In the last 1 month, we've seen Dr. Reddy's move from 4,400 to about 4,900 rupees. Is the run-up here to stay?
Yeah. Hi everyone, thank you for having me again. Yes, most definitely, there's a big breakout which is coming for Dr. Reddy. That around that 4,600 odd level, which was a strong resistance on the upside. I believe this stock can now move up towards that 5,400 to 5,500 band, which is a very strong resistance. Once that is also taken out, you will see, much bigger target coming in. But till now, buy for that target of around 5450, 5500. You can keep a stop loss of around 4720 for your longs.
All right, watch out for Dr. Reddy's in trade, but let's move right on then and discuss Coal India as well. It's on the brokerage radar as JP Morgan has maintained their overweight rating on the stock. They've hiked the target price as well from 285 to 290 rupees. They say they expect the FSA coal price hikes to come through, and that's going to offset the impact of wage hikes. The coal demand as well in the country is running strong, and Coal India stands to be a huge beneficiary. JP Morgan also says that coal will remain the mainstay in India's electricity mix for some years to come. The e-auction premiums as well will come off sharply, but volumes on the other hand will increase. FII ownership as well has increased in the last 4 quarters, which is a positive, and the company is likely to continue to maintain a high dividend payout, 50% plus. That's what JP Morgan estimates. Watch out for Coal India, although trading at the lowest point as we speak.
Absolutely. That is Coal India, where JP Morgan is positive on the stock. But Nirav, you too have picked out this stock as well today for us. And are you positive on this one? Is this a buy call coming in from you as well?
Yes, it is a buy call from my side as well. I don't know about the fundamental things, but technically I do believe, Coal India from current levels looks very, very good. It's making a higher top, higher bottom formation. There's a good chance for this stock to now move up towards that earlier highs of around 260, 265 odd. Also, very importantly, from the last couple of months, you are seeing a lot of short covering action which is taking shape. So I believe this stock can move up very quickly. So look to buy the stock at current levels. It has come down from today's highs, but it's near its support area of around 228. So look to buy the stock at current levels. 222 should be your stop loss, and 250 odd can be a good target for this stock in the near term.
All right, moving on, let's talk about TVS Motor then, Harsh. Why is this one in focus and buzzing?
Yes, so we have a note coming in from CLSA which maintains its sell rating on TVS Motors, but what they've done is they've hiked the target price from 959 a piece to 1049 a piece. So what they are believing here is that the export recovery is likely to happen in FY25, so they're positive on that over the next couple of years. They're expecting the electric scooter segment to grow quite well as well, and they also see that already happening, so they're seeing that kick through as well. What they're also looking at is margin improvement, which is likely, and that of course is driven by multiple factors, and they are expecting growth levers to remain intact as of now, and valuations currently they believe are a bit stretched in any case. So but regardless of that, they've hiked the target price from 949 to 1049 bucks a piece.
All right, let's move on then from auto to pharma, right back at it. And Ashesha discuss Zydus Life.
Focus on the back of some US FDA action, where US FDA has given final approval for a drug. Estradiol transdermal system is the name of the drug. The company says that this drug will be manufactured at the group's formulation manufacturing facility in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. It has annual sales of about 1.9 million US dollars in the United States. The group also now has 363 approvals and has so far filed over 440 ANDAs since the commencement of filing process in FY34. So on the back of this update that has come in from the company and US FDA approval, the stock is buzzing today. It has recovered from the lowest point of the day, now holding on with gains of nearly 0.6%.
All right, that's Zydus Life for you, 6% uptick coming in for that particular counter. But Nirav, do you think that this particular uptick that even Zydus Life is registered with the rest of the pharma pack is here to stay? And is this a preferred bet apart from Dr. Reddy's?
What has happened in pharma as a whole. You've seen 2 years of underperformance. Most of the stocks did not move up. Lot of shorts being built in, and then suddenly in the last couple of months they are seeing short covering action. Lot of stocks made a good bottom kind of a formation, and this was one of the few stocks which made a bottom formation well in advance, about 3-4 months in advance, near that 360 odd levels. Good volumes went in there. I believe this stock is now moving up slowly and steadily to reach towards its all-time highs, which can be around that 660, 670 odd levels. So look to buy the stock at current levels. It is well placed to move up to those levels. Also, it's a slow stock, so you won't get overnight gains, about 10-12%, but slowly and steadily this stock is going to go up. So look to buy this stock from a medium term perspective with a stop loss of around 480, and you can get anything around 650, 660 coming in soon.
650 is somewhere around where we could expect Zydus Life to come in the medium term anytime soon as well. Let's talk about Bajaj Electricals. This one is shining bright in trade today, and why is that so? We have seen a couple of bulk deals that have actually happened in the stock this morning. What we're seeing is that there was a bulk deal which was of around 2.14 million shares, which is around 1.9% stake in the company change of hands. Obviously, the buyers and sellers are still not known. We'll be watching out for the data coming in the evening. But the stock gained as much as 3%, and this is the biggest jump that we've seen coming in for Bajaj Electricals since the beginning of the month of March. So on the back of that, keeping an eye out on Bajaj Electricals. Clearly, that spike came in after we saw the bulk deal announcement that came on the exchanges.
All right, moving on, let's talk about Glenmark Pharma, and that one also is in focus in today's trading session. And on an intraday basis, Glenmark Pharma actually hit a 19-month high levels. The stock right now is trading higher by 1%. At one point in time, it was trading higher by about 2.5%. The stock is on track for a third consecutive session of gains, and that is if the trend holds. The company said that it has agreed to settle antitrust lawsuit and pay $48 million to a US-based direct purchaser plaintiff group. Lawsuit actually alleged that Glenmark had entered into anti-competitive deal to settle patent infringement litigation involving its drug Zetia that is used to treat cholesterol. So post settling that particular lawsuit, you have Glenmark Pharma that saw a sharp uptick in trade, but no doubt it's given up some of those gains, but holding on to gains of about 1% as we speak.
All right, let's move right on then and put the spotlight on heavyweight IT company, that's TCS. We have seen, the ripple effect of Infy playing out on a lot of the IT majors on Monday's trading session. But Neerav, the question is, do you think that it's the right time to buy into these IT counters at the current levels, or is there more pain in sight on the charts?
Yeah, so if you recall, I had given a sell call on this around at 3550, 3600 odd levels. The reason being, ever since it has broken that important support, that breakdown has been retested and then the stock went down. I believe now, there is a fresh breakdown which has come in this stock. There's a good chance, this stock can come down further. 3100 was the support area which has been broken. This stock can come down further, at least up to that 2900, 2950 odd level. So yes, it will definitely, follow Infosys in going down. So if you're having longs, exit positions, you can make further new shorts. Keep a stop loss of around 3130 for your shorts, and that target of around 2950 or 2900 odd.
Okay, that's TCS for you at the current juncture as well, just about holding on to the 3080 mark. Som Distilleries, that's the other news made in trade, and the stock has seen quite a smart rally from the get-go, as the company said that its wholly owned subsidiary Woodpecker Distilleries and Breweries has started the commercial production of beer. In fact, they said that they have expanded their capacity at Hassan in Karnataka and has commenced the commercial production, which will lead to better supply of their products across the distribution points in the relevant markets. That's Som Distilleries clearly reacting to that news. Investors giving it a thumbs up. 168 on last count with a 5.5% notch up in trade.
Okay, let's move on and talk about EPR on the charts, Neerav. This is not a one that I've seen coming in on your list, but how are you looking at the charts for this one, the technicals for this one? Last 6 months seems like slight bit of a green and return that we're seeing coming in, the pace that we're seeing is picking up. Is that something that we could be expecting going forward as well?
Yeah, so, in a stock, once, there is a bull market, then there is a bear market, then comes a consolidation after a bear market. So, that is what is happening in this stock. I'm seeing huge buying going on in this particular stock. So, this is an early call. Most likely, this stock is going to break out. It hasn't broken out as yet. The breakout level is above that 170 odd levels, but I believe, a lot of buying is going on, and it is holding on to good support areas, around that 150 odd levels. Whenever it comes there, it is witnessing good buying there. So, look to buy this stock from a near to medium term perspective. 150 should be your stop loss. Once 170 is broken out above, you'll see good volumes also coming in, aggression also coming in into the stock, and it can go up towards the 220 to 50 odd levels, and that too very aggressively. So look to buy it here with that stop loss of around 150.
All right, moving on, Shesha, let's talk about United Spirits. This counter was in focus in yesterday's trading session as well. Similar news flow today, or we have a development?
Absolutely, continues to be in focus for second consecutive session. This is on the back of a brokerage note that has come in. Macquarie has come out with a note where they are maintaining their underperformed stance on the stock. They've given a target price of 650 rupees per share on United Spirits. This is of course on the back of news that came in yesterday where New Delhi refused to renew Pernod's license, and they say that benefit to United Spirits may flow in, but it will take some more time. Availability of local brands has increased in the Delhi NCR region. United Spirits is not pushing its brands and taking time to better understand the new players in the market. They also say that due to brand strength of United Spirits and Pernod's brands, they believe that customer demand for these brands is unlikely to be lost as compared to the local players. So on the back of this news or this report that has come in from Macquarie, where they are maintaining their underperformed stance on the stock with a target price of 650 rupees per share, the stock is under pressure. In fact, it is sitting on with a of over 2%.
Move right on then to stock number 37, and Harsh, discuss Just Dial. Is it the result impact?
Well, yes, and we also have a broker's note, in fact. So we've seen Citi, which continues to maintain a buy with a target price of 815 a piece, which is a solid upside from where the stock is currently at. And they've, in fact, hiked their target price from 735. What they're suggesting is the core business momentum in Q4 has continued for Just Dial. What they're also suggesting is that margins remain well below pre-pandemic and have the potential to expand further going forward. They're expecting 14% top line CAGR over the FY23 to 25 period, and they are expecting valuations to be at around 9 times September 24 price to earnings, which in their view seems quite inexpensive.
That is style for you, and keep an eye out on that on the brokerage note as well as the numbers as well. Nirav, coming to you, Lumax Industries on the chart. What a move that this stock has seen. You know, somewhere around in last May we saw it at 800, somewhere 860 levels, and now it's nearing the 2000 mark. So how much more run up can we expect for this stock? Would it still be a buy call, or now it's just time to start booking your profits?
Oh, no, it has just started. So, it's got a 5-year consolidation breakout in the end of the last year. And post that, it has only consolidated. So, it's going up slowly. I believe this stock has the potential to double from current levels in the next couple of years. But from a near-term perspective, there is a breakout which has come in around that 1880 odd levels, and post that you are seeing some buying coming in. So look to buy this stock at current levels. There's a good chance of this going up towards the 2100 to 2200 odd levels very soon. So for that near-term target, you can look to buy with a stop loss of around 1880. Another thing, if you are looking to buy from a longer-term perspective, 5-year breakout is very good for a particular stock, and the overall sector and the stock as a whole looks very, very good on the charts. The volumes have come in at the lower levels whenever it needed support. So I believe this stock should be held on to for the next 2 years as well.
That is Lumax Industries for you all. Let's move on and talk about NMDC Steel and NMDC. And both these stocks are in focus. Firstly, I'm going to start by talking about the ET Now exclusive that we have on NMDC Steel, where the government may invite financial bids for NMDC Steel plant by the next month. And according to ET Now sources, it is said that the DPUM has finalized bid documents for the company as well. And the companies like JSW, JSPL, Tata Steel, Vedanta may submit a bid. The government plans to divest 50.79% stake in NMDC Steel plant along with the management control as well. And for NMDC's Mohanty in reports is suggesting that they are exploring lithium reserve in Australia, and they aim to produce 50 million tons of iron ore in FY24. That's the word coming in from Mohanty from NMDC as well. So keeping an eye out on both these stocks today, buzzing in trade. NMDC Steel up 5% while NMDC up 4%.
All right, moving on to the 40th stock of the day, and that is Hindalco. Nirav, how is the chart looking for this metal player then, given the fact that a lot also depends upon what happens in the commodity cycle?
So generally, what I look for, in any stock at this point of time, is that the technicals, and if it's in the FNO space, that should work out well. So a lot of shorts were built into the system in this stock in the past couple of months, which have been covered in this month. And from there, this stock is moving slowly but steadily on the upward side. I believe this stock is now moving up towards that target of around 480 to 500 odd, also above its 50-day moving average, so above important averages as well, also above the 200-day moving average. So it's a definite buy from current levels with a low open interest. I don't think much fall will come into this stock. So you can keep a stop loss of around 420 or 418 for your longs on a closing basis, and see this stock coming up towards that 480 500 levels.
There you have it. Those are 40 stocks for you, newsmakers, and what's trending on the charts. Nirav, thanks so much for joining in. Ashesha as well as Harsh, good to have you guys on board. And with that, we're completely timed out on this edition of the show. Thanks for watching.